show you how to install Potlights in 3 different rooms in your house. Now it is a good idea to draw it on paper just to get a rough idea of what you're going to do. Case in point, this room is 20 by 12 and the 15 lights will be centered. I want them 4 feet apart going long ways and 3 feet apart going across. The distance away from the wall will be approximately 2 feet. Now the most important part is to locate your beams. If you have an existing lighter cover in the ceiling, you can open it up and slide a flexible fish rod until you hit the beam, like so. Here we can see how far the beam is. Also, this is going to be our source of power for our Potlights. So here we're going to use a stud detector to locate the beams. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to actually slide it across the ceiling. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in a red push pin once you find it. If you have a flat ceiling, you could use painter's tape instead. And here we're going to measure the lights 2 feet away from the wall and 4 feet apart. On this stud finder, we can detect where the beams are behind the wall and also if there's metal. It even detects when there's electricity. Alright, so if your basement isn't finished or if you have a furnace room, it's a good idea to measure apart the distance between the beams. This is a good idea to do as a double check for peace of mind. Our hole cutter is adjustable. The lights we are installing are 3 inches. The plastic piece collects the drywall dust as it falls down. There is a drill bit to start our cutting and line it up. So once you get your pilot hole started, you just push up gently until you feel it going through. Then slowly remove it and you will have your hole. Once you have all your holes cut out, you will need to drill through the beams to pass your wires through. We just need to drill down one side and then feed the wires across. To run the cable through the holes, we can simply run a cable attached to the camera and feed it through. Like so. Once we have our cable running down the one side, it is easy to pass it along this way as there are no beams in our way. I'm going to cut the wires in half and strip the wires with these strippers. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what it looks like where it's easier to see rather than have to angle yourself upwards to view me. So here it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab on it and pull down about 4 inches. And then once you have that, you are then going to pull this back and peel it like a banana, pulling the wires apart. And now we're going to strip about 1/2 inch. Now this is a 14 gauge wire, so I'm going to use our handy stripper tool here and go to the 14 when you line it up, and then you're just going to pull, and that's going to expose and strip your wire. There you have it. So once done, they should look like this. So the lights we bought are 3-inch Potlights. Now you can buy them at Home Depot or Lowe's. A pack of 6 is just under $50. They come with halogen lights, which we'll be throwing them out, and use low power LED lights. They don't get hot, and they save you energy while lasting up to 22 years. So we've already removed the cable box. Now this is where all of your connectors are held and all the cables. So that has come off. And now to be able to remove the lid here, we're simply going to grab it and like so. Okay, so now we're going to ensure that these cables are protected. So I'm putting them through the protective box here. Now we're going to start off with the blacks and we're going to just make sure that they are blended together. And secure them with so, and then we're going to do the same for the whites and then the same for the grounds. And there you have it. Alright, so as you can see, I have actually put the metal box on with the screw so it is secure. Now to be able to put the LED light into the ceiling, you're going to push up like so. You're going to clip these wings in, like so. You're going to pull this down, and it might feel like it's going to snap, but don't worry, it's not. And there you are. So now what we're going to do is we're going to screw in our LED lights that we just purchased locally, which you can get from Home Hardware or Lowe's. So what you're going to do is you're just going to pop it in like so. And then, voila. Our final step will of course be turning on the light. So once you're all done, we can then turn on the lights and shed a little light on the subject, shall we? Voila. Now, if you are installing pot lights and there is an attic above, then you will need to install these insulation covers in the attic, which keep the insulation off of the lights and provides a vapor seal. They are fireproof rated and are also for non-insulated rated lights. This is important because you don't want the heat to escape in the wintertime into the attic, leading to moisture in the attic. You place the cover directly over the fixture and cut around the wires. You can pick up an insulation foam spray and the covers at Home Depot. You spray foam around the edge of the cover to give it a good seal. You can see all our covers have lots of foam to keep out the moisture, and the insulation won't get in contact with the light fixture. Once the foam becomes hard, you can spread the insulation around the covers to even it out. Now it's also a good idea to install a dimmer switch so you can actually control how much lighting you get. These lights can also be used for home automation. So for more home automation tips, don't forget, like our video, subscribe to see more, and feel free to add your comments. Your voice is important. Thanks for watching.